You are listening to The Morning Shift, Ottawa's home for hip-hop and R&B in the morning. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right, y'all. It is The Morning Shift, CHUO 89.1 FM. I go by the name of your favorite light skin, holding it down for The Morning Shift crew. Your source for hip-hop and R&B in the morning, and the number one hip-hop and R&B show in the Ottawa-Gatineau area. And at this part of the show, we get to chop it up with somebody that's really representing in the community in a major way. And our next guest is an award-winning activist and filmmaker from Toronto's Jane and Finch area. And in 2004, he created JaneFinch.com to change negative stereotypes about his community. And within a short period, his grassroots project became a national success story. This morning on The Morning Shift, we have the one and only Paul Nguyen. Welcome to The Morning Shift, sir.
Hi, good morning. How's it going?
Everything is good, man. So let's get into it. Let's talk about JaneFinch.com. Now, of course, you did this to change the negative stereotypes about your community. What were some of those negative stereotypes?
Well, Jane and Finch is an intersection north of Toronto. And, it's a kind of infamous community because we've had a lot of issues with, gun violence and gangs and poverty issues. So we've always been making the headlines for decades and decades. And whenever people hear the words Jane and Finch, they think, oh, something's wrong with this area. So, growing up in this community, I want to change those views, and I made the website.
Now, what were some of the struggles that you faced in the beginning of just getting to creating it?
Well, back then, so people have to understand, in 2004, the internet is a different universe. And there's no Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. Internet was mostly a one-way conversation. So just getting stuff up there and getting people to hear about it was a totally different beast. And that was a big challenge. I mean, we used to have to put, flyers at the bus stop to tell people to go to the website.
Now, with the grassroots project becoming a national success story, I'm assuming, and maybe I'm wrong, but there has to be, some people that were not looking at it as, a good thing. Was there ever any hate for the website?
Oh, for sure. We've had some critics and detractors, and some of them were actively, trying to come out and, kind of sabotage us in a way or get us shut down. I think because, some people don't really understand some of the hip hop content on the website or the rap music. So usually that gets vilified, and it's easy to really kind of point out that as a scapegoat. But, the music and the videos are actually just stories from the street. And we have street guys, expressing themselves. And I felt it was very important to kind of get these stories out there and not just have, the mainstream narrative, but also have, people in the community on the ground telling their own stories.
And how do you help paint the story on the website? What's some of the content that people can check out?
Well, we have art, we have rap videos, we have music, we have articles, we have all sorts of stuff. It's heavily, hip hop based and rap based. And I think that was just the popular art form at the time. And, we have a lot of authentic stories coming from the community. So a lot of the guys from our community tell their stories through rap and hip hop.
And the website is really well put together. I'm currently on it right now as we're talking and, just taking a look at it. It's really well published. You can understand, what story you're about to get into or check out. But how do you come across these stories?
Well, I'm just a guy still walking around the streets of Jane and Finch. And, either I find stories myself or I meet people through my travels, or people hear about us and they would contact me and they say, hey, I got something I want to get off my chest. I want to share. There's an issue that I want to talk about. And then, I'm like, hey, tell me about it. And then we'll get the story out there.
We have the one and only Paul Nguyen. He's an award-winning activist and filmmaker from Toronto's Jane and Finch area. He's got an amazing website, JaneFinch.com. Make sure to go check that out. It's JANE-FINCH.com. And we got some records here that you want to play here this morning on The Morning Shift, Paul. Let's get into the first one here, Blacus Ninjah. The track is called What's My Name? Why did you want to hear this one?
Well, Blacus is a guy that actually reached out to me. We had a rap video that went viral back in the day, and he's a guy from Jane and Finch, and he reached out to me, and I really enjoyed his music because it was, really works on a conscious level. It's the first time I heard about something called conscious rap, and his lyrics are really meaningful and profound, and they're really commenting on the social conditions in the community. So I thought, wow, this is one of the great songs that has to be featured.
So we're going to get into that song right now here on The Morning Shift, CHUO 89.1 FM.
Yeah, Incubator Studios, Silent Assassin. We got Stay on the engineer, Jin on the beat, tag team's crazy. Take a good look at me, Blacus Ninjah. A lot of people talking this and that, but let me explain who I really am. Listen, I'm the future. future and the past. I'm the first, I'm the last. I'm the hustler and the pimp. I'm even the dirty cash. I'm even the dirty cop that planted that dirty mash. I'm even what the politicians call the dirty trash at the same time. I'm the ras with the task to teach the mass. From stop getting lash, I'm the fire and the gas, explosion and the blast. I'm the truth, I'm the question that they afraid to ask. I'm the night, I'm the light, I'm the struggle, I'm the fight. I'm the revolutionaries locked up doing life. I'm the one that got you knife. I'm the message, I'm the kite. I'm the one my lawyer like. The heavy charges pay hike. I'm the type to rip up the mic, cool your hype, make you right. Don't need to be in the way for flow to be out of sight. But you the type to run your mouth like a motorbike. Everybody know your book is worse than your bite. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders. You the type to be a hit. You the type to be a dish. You the type to change clicks. Original wagonist. You the type to set the move. Goes through on the lick. But if you get pitched, you crying just like a bitch. If you the type to do tricks with your fingers. You live in a gangster zone telling peeps you a banger. Knowing your heart you never went through any danger. Saying you move weight and you don't even got a hanger. You the type of dude to love front like you crazy. But the block know you put in pop fugazi. And only time will tell until you're pushing daisies. Don't be no who for frightened. You ain't scary lately. Get reality check. This ain't the 80s. Now babies have grown all cold and shady. And the body count is rising. It don't really faze me. It's my time. There's no ands, ifs, or maybes. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders. B is for black. L is for lethal, A is for ass, C is conscious flow to my people. U is for under, S is for slavery. Cause no matter what they say, we still ain't really free. It's not the name of the man, it's the man's plan. And did he follow through when he was walking on the land? I'm a blink, I'm a king, I'm a sing, do my thing. Confrontation, I'm a stand, you just a runner, zing. This thug life is wild, full of dedication. Flipping birds for you ain't a good occupation. Ladies play this, haters hate this. I got a dominated flow cause my music is melanated. I'm just an instrument of Jah, what he created. The deity made these rhymes, I'm just showing you the greatness. The deity made these rhymes, and I'm just showing you the greatness. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders. What you say, what your name is? Blacus Ninjah. What kind of name is that? The kind you always remember. What's the zone that you bound? Jane and Finch represent us. We can do it how you want it. Call it all contenders.
Oh, yeah, that's right, y'all. It is the morning shift, CHUO 89.1 FM. I go by the name of Dynamic, a.k.a. your favorite light skin, holding it down for the morning shift crew. Your source for hip-hop and R&B in the morning, and the #1 hip-hop and R&B show in the Ottawa-Gatineau area. And we are chopping it up with Paul Nguyen. He is an award-winning activist and filmmaker from Toronto's Jane and Finch area. And, of course, in 2004, he created a website, janefinch.com, to change negative stereotypes about his community. And, you know, it's gone national. It's a huge success story. But that's not all you do. You do a lot of other things within the community. Of course, you are a public speaker, a media commentator on race, crime, and youth issues. So let's talk a little more about that journey.
Yes. So, you know, with the website, people they mostly come for the music and the rap, the hip hop, the art, but also we do a lot of activism and community volunteer work. And, I'll talk to anyone who wants to learn more about Jane and Finch because, my goal is to kind of break down the stereotypes and show a positive side of the community. So I've, been invited, across the country to speak to various cities and to various groups. And we just want to get the word out and saying that Jane and Finch is not as what you think it is. And it's like a whole vibrant community, very multicultural, a lot of talented young people. And I wanted to really spread that word.
Now, why do you feel the need to be the one to spread that word? And, how important is it for you to have a voice in the community?
For me as a kid growing up in Jane and Finch in the hood, I've always been like a quiet, introverted kid. And for me, an outlet to express myself was through the internet, was through video. And, me and my friends as kids growing up used to make kung fu movies on the video camera. And so for me, that as a way, I felt like I was an artist and a storyteller and using the medium of video to express myself. And I think the video camera is a powerful tool. And, we used it to get a lot of young kids in the community who had never really had their own voice, find their own voice and able to connect with the mainstream, with the society, with the community. So the website has been a great outlet for a lot of young kids in the area to finally, get their voices heard.
Now, hanging around, all these rappers specifically, from the Jane and Finch area, has any of the bars rubbed off on you? Does Paul Nguyen got some bars?
Paul Nguyen does not have any bars. I used to have guys like call me up because my phone's posted on the website. They say, "Hey man, can I spit some bars for you?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, seriously?" Or they would, ask me to hit up the club with them, and I'm like, "Thanks, man." But so it's really interesting. I've even had calls of people like they told me they just got out of jail, and the website was provide a lot of inspiration and to them, and they like the stories and the music. So I would actually take calls from strangers and talk to them as long as an hour, just about random stuff. And at the end of the day, I told them, you did your time, you made your mistakes, but you paid your dues, and just keep your nose clean. And if I can be of a positive impact, I will try my best to do so.
Now, you talked about the youth, and how do you engage with the youth? What are some of the means that you go through in order to provide these stories, but also to engage with these youth?
Engaging the youth is actually one of the most important things we have to do, because the youth is the future of the community, and we're going to have future leaders and future representatives. So, to nurture the people coming up and help them, find their goals and open up their minds and to have their voices to take over one day. So, my website is just an outlet, just one of the many platforms that people can actually get their start. It's like a stepping stone to the next level.
And it's improving community relationships by having a website like this. What are some other things that you do or that the community can do or the police can do to improve community relationships?
Yeah, so we do have great relationships with different community organizations, including local police. And some of the things we've done is actually provide like a local political coverage, because it doesn't really have too much of a spotlight. Like say if we have the mayor or somebody comes down here. So I try to use the website as another platform to, get those stories, to raise awareness about the issues and to get people more politically involved, because that's how we can change the system, working from within and to try to make our community a better place.
And you're showing, people that may not know about rap music specifically, or, people that are interested in learning more about it, especially from the Toronto area. You're showing them what the rap and hip hop scene is like, in Toronto specifically. So let's talk about how rap and hip hop has influenced you.
Well, the funny thing is rap has been like a major source of like a awakening for me, for myself to find my own voice and to learn how to express myself. And it's the art form of the struggle. And just people can relate to each other, especially in the community. Everyone's coming from a different place, whether they're coming from a war-torn country or they've had some hard times growing up. But the thing that connects us, that bonds us, is that familiar sense of being resilient and overcoming challenges, overcoming the odds. And that's how we join together, because we understand, we're trying to take it to the next level. And music is a way to, connect us. We're
speaking with Paul Nguyen. He's an award-winning activist and filmmaker from Toronto's Jane and Finch area. He's got a website, janefinch.com. Once again, it's JANE-FINCH.com. And we're going to get out of here with another record. But before we get out of here with that record, what are some of the future plans for janefinch.com?
So some of the future plans is, we're not only rap and hip hop based, but, we want to be a whole multimedia force and also, including local news. And our goal for the future is to kind of expand kind of the themes and topics of the website and go beyond our neighborhood and actually just kind of share stories and raise awareness about a lot of the social issues that are affecting the community and around the world today. So, things like getting people heard, people who are, facing social injustice or, a lot of challenges. We want to be able to add our voices to that and to show that this community really cares about the issues outside of the community, and then we can work together to change things.
Paul Nguyen, where can people follow you online?
Well, you can hit me up on the website, and also I'm on Twitter, which is @DirectorPaul. And I welcome anybody to hit me up online. I've been, responding to people for many years, from kids around the world asking me all kinds of stuff about homework questions to relationship stuff to, can I feature my video? And I'm very interested to do all of that.
And you're putting a spotlight on, Canadian music. You got another record here from Chuckie Akenz, Burnz, Blacus Ninjah, and Blackz. The track is called One Way Out. Why did you want to hear this one today?
So this is a special treat. This is actually, 2006, we made a documentary following some of these guys' lives on CBC. And they made this song, to be featured. I wanted to do a video together, but we ended up not shooting the video, and the song was never, ever released anywhere. I don't even think it's on internet anywhere. So this is going to be like the worldwide universe premiere on the morning shift. And it's a great song, and I hope everyone enjoys it.
You heard it here first. It's an exclusive. Paul Nguyen, thank you for joining us here today on the morning shift.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Let's get into that record right now. CHUO 89.1 FM.
Yeah, Blow Up Entertainment. Buckley, what up? I see you. JaneFinch.com. One Way Out. Chuckie, Burnz, Blackz. What up?
There's only one way out of this life, one way to change, one way from the bottom, and there's changing the game. One chance to live the life that ain't surrounded by pain. One day they'll hear my voice and understand what I'm saying.
I've been a Gina Finch chin from the day I was born. They call the capital of guns up the streets. I call my home so many nights I was alone on the block to find $1. Cause my mama was at work. I had a coward for a father. Believe the guns were power. I hung with the wrong crowd. Every day I'm making money till they close the shops down. 31 start acting funny, trying to bust me for a gram. While some dudes is running from me cause I'm bucking for my hands. This is life every day. They bust, we buck back. Ain't nobody understand if they're living outside the map. Red and blue, homies grew apart from different blocks. We all rep the same hood, separated down from top. People I knew from back then I used to call my friends. End up popping off on me, I guess that's how it ends. So I felt my life was hopeless, but I'm living, it's a blessing. Guess we gotta go through hell before we ever see a heaven. One way to go, one way to change, one way to get the hell up out of this game. One way to live, one chance to see, one love for the youngest to go better than me. One way to go, one way to change, one way to get the hell up out of this game. One way to live, one chance to see, one love for the youngest to go better than me.
Judge me cause what I choose to write in these songs. Music sheltered me from all the bad things you consider wrong. It kept me moving strong from all the pain that flows in my life. You couldn't walk in my shoes to even figure out my mind. The life you live in kind. How can you say that it's wrong? You ain't there to see this life that us people live on. Seeing our loved ones gone over some beef between another. Cause we just living to die because the streets do not love us. The police plants the gun and says a way to stop crime. David Miller believes in that in a blink of an eye. Sometimes I wish he would die because the problem that I'm facing, cause I hear is gunshots and see cops picking up cases, and the education's basic. I'm just telling you the truth, cause you ain't no scientist. They think they better than you. Because my skills in math and grade, they think that I don't have a clue. But I don't need no rich bastard to tell me what to do.
One way to go, one way to change, one way to get the hell up out of this game. One way to live, one chance to see, one love for the youngest to go better than me. One way to go, one way to change, one way to get the hell up out of this game. One way to live, one chance to see, one love for the youngest to go better than
Y'all
me.
been through so much drama, bring hell to all the mamas. Used to wonder which of us in this hell is gonna live longer. There were days I can't forget, like when I heard about the bridge. How you seen your brother killed in front of all those little kids. It's messed up, so rest in peace to Andre Burnett. He may have died in the struggle, but we'll never forget. And I know it's hard to go on, but you gotta be strong. Hope
you know which way to go, cause either it's right or it's wrong.
The world I see is dying, these bullets they keep on flying. See your mama's a soldier, cause to me, she's always trying to keep planning, surviving every day and every night. Cause you can get hit with a straight, because bullets don't have no eyes. And I know your mama cried when they almost took your life. When 10 cowards with guns came and raided your house that night. What's wrong seems to be right, so what's the meaning of life? For them they found peace, but for us we gotta fight.
One way to go, one way to change, one way to get the hell up out of this game. One way to live, one chance to see, one love for the youngers to grow better than me. One way to go, one way to change, one way to get the hell up out of this game. One way to live, one chance to see, one love for the youngers to grow better than me.
Yeah, gotta big up Jane and Finch. Our community influencing the world, you know. The nation of leaders, born leaders. Big up all the races, all the cultures in my community. All it takes is a little heart, dedication, unity. JaneFinch.com.